now, from your vantage point, what growth did you see from your quarterback in Sunday's game?
I thought he played fast. I thought he made quick decisions. You could just tell as far as just how he's moving out there and moving around and what he's seeing, that he's getting more comfortable and gaining more confidence.
Trade deadline being yesterday, yourself being on, kind of essentially a one-year contract. Did you have any conversations with the team about whether you would be potentially traded, or were you mindful of that at all?
Nah. Besides seeing anything when I checked Twitter or nothing like that, I didn't have any. Nothing really came up, or nothing really, led me to think anything. So.
You're as aware as anybody that your production is down from what it typically has been. How do you get your brain around it? How do you sort of account for all of the different things that go into that?
It's been tough. Just trying to like you said, trying to account for everything, trying to feel, trying to see what I could do differently, trying to, figure out, what there is that can be done differently again on my end, and really just trying to, control the things that I can't control to possibly, change, whatever is going on, or, to increase my production, or, whatever the case may be. So, that's what I've been trying to do each and every week. Just been trying to, get better myself, just trying to continue to focus on improving the things that I can.
Is it fair to say that you've been surprised by the reduced volume of opportunity you've had compared to what you were probably expecting, coming into September?
Yeah. Again, you never kind of, I guess, know, but at this point in time in the season, if somebody had told me, this is where it would be at, I would have bet heavily against that.
Alan, what do you think the explanation is? Why do you think that's been the case?
It's tough to say. I think for us, just trying to, figure out schematically as a team and as a unit what we do well, trying to, find success in that. Obviously, we've been running the ball better, so trying to marry some things up with that and stuff like that. But, that's all I can kind of, I guess, put my finger on.
How do you not let the frustration of maybe a lack of production affect you after a game, especially if things aren't, you're part of a losing streak, and
Yeah.
how do you not let all of that pile up on top of you?
Honestly, just staying focused on playing hard, staying focused on improving the things that I can and controlling the things that I can. After going back watching the film on Sunday, I don't know how many of you guys watched the All-22 film and stuff like that, but, just kind of watching, where I'm at, play speed, being able to, because we're getting a lot of zone this year, so being able to play, find the zones and send the zones and, try to maximize the opportunities that I have when they come. That's the only thing that I can kind of control, So for me, being able to wrap my head around that, going into each and every game, wrapping my head around the game plan and figuring out, how can I execute to the best of my ability. And then once that's done, then everything else is out of my control.
Looking at that, is there anything that you think you're noticing that you're maybe not doing as well as you have in the past for some reason?
To be honest, no. We've been getting a ton of zone this year. So, again, trying to, be able to, again, maximize the opportunities, maybe some catch and run stuff. Like I caught what we call like an arrow last game, a stick route, and I think another arrow route, again. So just trying to maximize, all of those things. Again, like I caught a stick against Tampa Bay that I was able to get, I think, 13 or 14 on. So, again, just trying to be able to turn some of those opportunities into catch and run opportunities.
Alan, how much has the ankle affected you? You've been dealing with that all season?
It's been bothering me a little bit, but nothing that's, I would say has, changed my performance at all. I think even again, it's something I've been nursing pretty much all season. But even looking at like Sunday's game, I don't think it didn't affect me at all Sunday. After I go back in and watch the film and see how I'm playing, seeing my play speed, seeing my game speed, and everything like that.
Last week, you guys talked a lot about building that chemistry with Justin and the receivers. Do you feel like the extra work or the extra effort to do that has made that sort of come along?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And again, it's not something that's just gonna, explode when it comes to, overnight. It's something that, as you kind of progress and run certain routes or see certain things that just start to become more of a feel rather than you seeing it and reacting. You can kind of see it and feel it before it happens, and then it happens. So I think that those things are definitely starting to happen.
Justin was telling us about extra meetings between the wide receivers and himself. What's been going on in those meetings, and how have they gone in your opinion?
I think they've gone well. For us, it's just about getting in there, maybe off of practice or off a game. Seeing some things and seeing, okay, do we think we could have did this, or maybe something may need to be, a little deeper. Maybe just kind of super specific stuff to kind of what we're seeing based on the things that we may see, and also us kind of talking through some of the things that we may not have saw in practice, and being able to kind of, talk through that. Okay, if we get this here, then I might do this, or I might, or if he sees something. So just stuff like that. Once you kind of get to that, again, it's super detailed and super specific stuff from our point of view based on either practice or the game.
Carl, I know he's still a rookie, but does he show a desire or want to, like, coming to you and being like, hey man, I want to get you going, like, let's work on this, let's try to get this week?
I don't. It's not really. I don't really think it's a Justin thing to say. He wants. What I'm saying, to get me going or whatever. He's out there playing, and he's out there, playing and reacting off what he sees. So and what's being called, and he's playing. What I'm saying? So but for the opportunities that we feel like we have, we've definitely, tried to capitalize on those things. Even like the first third down, I think it was that I called it the game last week, is a play that we kind of had talked about. Okay, if we get this, I might do this or I might do that. If he plays off, I might do this. If he presses, we may do this. We end up getting off coverage, which made it a little bit easier. But, certain things like that we know that we, what I'm saying, that's a possible opportunity ahead of that. We definitely watch through those all the time on film and kind of talk through those throughout practice and after practice.
When you had that catch, it might have been the Detroit game, but it was one where you said that Justin came to you afterwards and said you didn't think I was going to throw it to you because it was a little bit contested. Do you have to continue to kind of encourage him to give you opportunities that may not be wide open, or?
No, not really. Again, that's even, from that aspect. Even going back to the Detroit game, it was 3 opportunities that we were, that we had and that we hit on. So it was the angle route, it was a dagger, and it was one other play that I can't remember. But stuff like that is what we kind of talked through in practice, and we had our opportunities and we hit those opportunities. So for us, it's just figuring out, whatever those ops are, whenever those ops come, how can we hit those and execute those.
Now, with 9 games left, theoretically, this could be your last 9 games in Chicago. Like, what do you want to accomplish? Like, what are your goals, I guess, for the rest of the season?
Personal goals.
Yeah.
It's tough to say. Again, for me, I just want to try to go out there and play to the best of my ability, and again, execute and maximize all my opportunities. That's just my number one goal. Obviously with that, helping the team is just, again, it's about whatever I got to do. Looking at, even watching the film last week, for me, it's like I was upset I didn't get the first down on the one stick that I caught late in the game on third and 6. But again, just being able to kind of, again, maximize those opportunities to the fullest that I can.
Alan, you've been involved with long losing streaks here for the last couple of years. How do you guard against that mentality of, oh no, here we go again, and just focus on getting that one win to kind of snap it?
Yeah, just taking it week to week. Again, like I said before, a loss is a loss. Whether if you lose by 50, whether if you lose by 1, whatever the case may be, you got to be on to the next week, because again, nothing's gonna, hang over from that last week that's gonna help you. You got to fine tune the game plan for this week. Going to it, we got a tough team to beat. Well coached team. They've been well coached for the longest. They play super physical. So just going into that and understanding what we're up ahead of, and just kind of, locking into the game plan is all that we could do as a team.
When you look at the story going on up in Cleveland, where it's like Baker's missing OBJ when he's wide open, do you feel like that's the case here? Like you're being missed when you're open, or you think it's like more of a schematic, like a whole team thing where those opportunities just aren't there?
Yeah, it's again, it's tough to say because again, like I said before, if you're gonna say like any quarterback, there's probably opportunities where a lot of guys in any game, may not have the ball thrown to them if they're open. So that's you can't just say that okay, like I'm not being hit when I'm open because that happens across the league to everybody. It's only one ball, only one person can get the ball per play. You know, so again, I don't ever really think that is, you know what I'm saying, the case. Right now, again, I think it's just for us, you know, again, trying to figure out, you know, where we're at schematically and trying to, you know, be able to improve on some of the things that we're doing well, and also, you know, kind of, you know, carry off of some of the things that we're doing well. So I think that's kind of more so where it's at right now.
And the big NFL news of the day is Aaron Rodgers is out for I think 10 days due to COVID. Any initial reaction when you heard or saw that?
Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw that. Well, and again, not, I guess, surprised more so, but not really. I mean, COVID is still around and people are still catching it. So, I mean, not too surprising. You know, again, I mean, it's we've seen how easy it is for people to get it, and I mean, we've had some guys this year, you know, who had to miss games and stuff like that because of it. So, I mean, it's not surprising at all.
He said that he was vaccinated, and it turns out he was not. As a teammate, how would you react to that if there was something like that happened in this building?
That's tough to say. I mean, again, I mean, that's for the most part. I would probably say, if I had to guess, for his teammates and people around him probably knew that. You know, so I don't think it's anybody is too upset about that over there, because I think that the people who are in the end up there probably knew everything that they needed to know, you know, prior to that.
Alan, that play where you rolled for a first down, where did that come from?
Oh, what do you mean?
Did you roll for a first down?
Yeah.
I mean, how did you think to do that? Where did that come from?
I just caught the ball, and once I rolled over, I knew I was close to the first down, but I just wanted to make sure I got it. So I tried to hit as much as I could before the defender came and touched me down. So, I mean, I knew I was close. I just didn't want it to be too close and then it'd be 4th and inches or 4th and short. So I just want to do whatever I could to try to get the first down.
Had you seen somebody do that before, though?
Nah.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate it.